Former Senator Fred Thompson has some major ground to gain. What does he have to do to compete with the RealClearPolitics.com poll on your screen, about 2.2%? Well, let's ask him about that. The former Senator Fred Thompson with me here at St. Anselm's College. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Early on a Sunday morning. Thank you for your time.
Good to be with you.
Those poll numbers, how do you change them between now and Tuesday?
I don't, probably. It's all about getting to South Carolina, and we've gotten to South Carolina. Unfortunately, we're not going to be very competitive here. You know, Rudy skipped Iowa. McCain kind of skipped Iowa, at least after the results came in. And they all said I would run fourth in Iowa. I ran third. I got a ticket out of Iowa. And now we're in South Carolina and the states beyond South Carolina. And if we can have adequate funding to be competitive on the airwaves in South Carolina, we're going to do some serious damage.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you're almost conceding here in New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in terms of winning New Hampshire, no, we're not going to be very competitive here. There's no question about it. There's simply not enough time to be so. And as I say, others have recognized that fact with regard to other states, and I'm recognizing reality in terms of New Hampshire.
So what are you doing here today? I watched you down in Columbia, South Carolina.
Talking to you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Have you heard about that little Fox debate they're having tonight?
That's true.
Answer to your question.
Okay.
And we had a debate last night, which I enjoyed very much, and we're going to have another one tonight. So I wanted to be here for that. The circus is in town.
The circus is in town.
I got a ticket to the circus.
And the elephants are walking around the floor. Listen, there is a word that you hear every day in New Hampshire, and that word is change. Do you believe this is a change election in 08?
I think we need to change, but we need to change to what made us a great country. We need to change and go to where we were once upon a time, where we were unified in the things we need to do to protect our country. We need to change so that we're not bankrupting the next generation. We've gone away from that. We need to change back to our fundamental principles.
How does Fred Thompson represent change? If you're in the White House next January, what change would you elicit?
Well, in the first place, we're not going to see those tax cuts come back. I mean, those tax increases come back as the Democrats plan. We're going to do whatever is necessary to rebuild our national defenses, including our intelligence capabilities. We're facing a different kind of world now than we faced a few years ago. We see it played out in Pakistan, Iraq, Afghanistan every day, and we have to have a new commitment and new forces to deal with that.
I think your message is spot on when it comes to security in America today, but it still defies me as to why you're not catching on. How would you explain that? Well,
because I get questions from the news media like that all the time. I mean, it is.
Is that not a fair question?
I'm kidding with you. No, I mean, it's all about process. You don't catch on because you don't catch on. I mean, I just came in third in Iowa. Everybody was talking about how a great thing that would be. I saw a Fox panel where every person there predicted a McCain third-place finish. When I finished third, no one mentioned it. You tell me.
You have to raise money. You have to raise a lot of money.
Absolutely.
How is that process going, and can you raise enough before they vote in South Carolina on the 19th of January?
That's right. We've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars since the results came in from Iowa. We're getting more in this morning since the debate last night. We're reserving time on television as we speak. It's going very, very well. And, you know, we're going to have to decide in the Republican Party. Do we believe in the Reagan coalition, the strong national defense, not spending our grandchildren's birthright, lower taxes and less regulation? Or do we believe now we have to revert to a new kind or a new brand of republicanism? I mean, that's going to be the fundamental issue that's decided. I'm on one side. Everybody else seems to be on the other.
For every debate up until last night, the debate we watched on ABC, it seemed like y'all were lining up against Hillary Clinton. But last night, everybody was lining up against Barack Obama. Do you think he's the guy to beat this early in the game?
That was the question. I mean, the question specifically was, what about Barack Obama? How would you run against Barack Obama? And we answered the question. I have no idea. All I know is that the media anointed Rudy is inevitable. They anointed Hillary is inevitable. That some anointed Romney is inevitable. Now it's McCain that's inevitable, and that I couldn't get out of Iowa. So far, they don't have a real good track record, and I'm not any more insightful as to that than anybody else is. So I don't consume myself with process issues. We're bankrupting the next generation as we sit here. Our worst enemies are trying to get their hands on nuclear capability to use against us as we sit here. You guys worry about the process.
I said you could flip a coin in Iowa and try and pick a winner, or throw a dart. You say you'll kick some serious fanny if you raise the appropriate money. Exactly. I wish you the best of luck on that. You mentioned our forum later tonight. What are you going to try and get done?
Well, I'm going to mention fred08.com every chance I get.
I bet you are.
Hopefully we'll get another chance to talk about serious issues facing the country. We did last night, and it was, I thought, a good exchange.
Okay. Senator, thank you for your time. We'll see you a bit later this evening here in New Hampshire.
Thanks a lot.